Hello and welcome. My name is Space Muffin and this is the Void Strategy. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my run on how to get through the Heroic Molten Core. So this is going to be really awesome, guys. Before we get started, guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys, and let's go and get into it. Awesome, guys. So for our first encounter, Lucifron, it's going to be the exact same Anubarak deck that we always use. The only difference is instead of having the Blizzard, you're going to have Execute. That's the only real difference. And yeah, so let's go and get into it. So you're going to have your Anubarak with Explosive Shells. You're going to have your Ghoul with Bone Shield. We're going to have our Quillbore with Tunnel Vision. Of course, the Dire Batlings with Guano Happens. The Spiderlings with Bloated Carapace. Of course, we're going to have 5-man on our Skeleton Party. And then we're going to have Bloodthirsty, or you can even run Overpower, but I like Bloodthirsty for this one. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you guys how this encounter works. Awesome, guys. So we are here on our first encounter of the Molten Core Heroic. And so I'm going to kind of walk you through kind of what we're supposed to be doing. So it's relatively easy. Basically, what you need to do is you need to execute this guy right here. So let's go ahead and do that. And to get that execute going, we got to sacrifice a couple guys. So let's go and do boom. Okay, so that's good right there. And then we got to help him out. You got to help your homie G out with kind of what they're doing. So don't get too like selfish, but you know, also you got to be a little bit aware of the map. Double execute will pop the mini boss. So, you know, just cycle into the execute. Do whatever you got to do to get that going. So let's see. There's one. Hopefully he's smart enough to do number 2. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So now we got the mini boss down. So now we have to play Anubarak. That's our next step here. And so let's go and chillax for a moment. Anub is out. He's got his thing going. We're looking good. Let's play the bats. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just do an all-out assault. So don't go too crazy. You want to make sure you have some gold for that next encounter. So what we're going to do is this is where the 5-man comes into play. So 1 and 2. Also, it wouldn't be a horrific idea to run like a Banshee as well. But you kind of got to be efficient with this. So we'll play these guys to deal with that. We're going to relax now. Now you just chillax, right? He has the Banshee. We're just kind of chillaxing for the time being. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. So just a couple hits. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so now we're in the next phase. So I like to see what Homeboy's doing. He's looking good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 1. And then hopefully he does number 2. I don't think he's going to do number 2. He might. He's not. I don't know why he went for mine, but yeah, I thought we kind of established that we were kind of going to work on our guys together, but apparently that's not the case. So not a big deal. We're just going to cycle into that second execute. So not a horrifically big deal, but yeah, this is a little annoying. So okay, good. So we got execute coming up. Like I said, hopefully our boy is smart enough to, once I pop, he pops. So let's see. Okay. Nobody's popping. Nobody's popping. Okay, not a big deal. So it's like, okay, yeah, this is good. So let's go ahead and get a noob out, and let's begin the process of pushing. Then ideally we can get that 5-man out here pretty soon. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're looking good. Looking real good. Okay, so we have to start mining, and we have to start moving. Like we gotta get down to that last phase before OT starts, because that last phase is really gonna mess us up. So let's be a little bit smart about it, and let's see what we can do. Okay, so let's see what he wants to do. Like, I don't know who he wants to pop. Okay, he's popping him. I'm going to pop him. Boom, look at that. Super duper easy, right? Okay, so... yeah, we don't want him to get a noob. That's what we don't want. So let's go ahead and... you see, yeah, because we got to wait for him to cycle. Yep, there's 1, 2. And look at that. Look at that. Okay, so... a noob is down. Okay, so not a big deal. Not a big deal. So he's got the Banshee. Great. So let's just do an all-out assault on the boss. We don't have that much time. We're going into OT, so we really got to chillax here for a moment. Let's not overdo it. Let's wait for our things to regenerate. Okay, good. So let's see what he wants to do. Let's go see what he wants to do. Who is he gonna pop? Okay, there's 1, 2. So this is where we got to be on point, right? This last phase, we have to be on point. We cannot mess this one up. Pop him. Someone's got to pop him. There we go. Okay, we're in overtime. We got to move. Like, luckily we have a good amount of time left, so I'm not super duper like worried. But you know, you don't want to be messing around. So as you can see, I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got it, guys. Awesome. And now on to the next encounter. Awesome, because I'm going to show you kind of what we're going to be doing for Magmadar. You can also use, you know, there's a variety of heroes that you can use for this one, but I like Cenarius. Go ahead and grab Revitalize on Cenarius. Go ahead and grab Bog Beast on the, Flourish on the Bog Beast. Then I want you to grab the Defias Band. It's mainly for the picklock. So, like, that's literally their only purpose, so it doesn't matter the slot. Go ahead and grab Quillbore. You're going to need Tunnel Vision. Don't do anything else. Then you're going to need the Spiderlings with Bloated Carapace. Then you're going to, of course, you need your Plague Farmer. You know, on kill, poison enemies. Actually, go ahead and grab Splashing Pumpkins, actually. And then finally, execute with Bloodthirsty. And so you'll kind of see, like, the bait and switch techniques that we use on this boss. Awesome. So for Magmadar, it's pretty simple. You know, you're going to bait them with the Quillbore, and then you're going to kind of pop all of the dogs all at once. So we'll kind of demonstrate how this works here in a moment. So first and foremost, we want to... okay, so we want to be on our side, number one. So that's mistake number one that I made. So looking for that Quillbore, which we just played. So not a big deal. We have Execute up. And, okay, let's go and play the Bog Beast. So let's go ahead and wait a moment till we can get that boar going. So let's play the Quillbore right here. They're all going to kind of... okay, well, he's kind of messing it up for me, but the idea is you double execute. That's kind of the idea. And then you kind of leave the boss a little bit exposed. So, cool. You know, I mean, I guess this happened. And then let's go ahead and... now we can get double Cenarius out, so... but you use the Quillbore to bait these guys, so that's kind of the key here. Not really working out how I planned, but we can still double execute and then get that off. So, and then you use these guys to deal with these guys. You use those guys to deal with the rock dudes. So pretty simple. You got the double Cenarius out, so you're able to get a little bit going. Fairly straightforward if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not as easy, but it still can be done. So we're gonna kind of get our little party going. We're gonna get the Quillbores, hopefully distracting these guys to where we can execute them. There's obviously more effective ways to play this strategy, but I think you guys get the gist of the idea. So I guess we'll just go on his side then, because his side's more exposed, more vulnerable. So as you can see, all the dogs are kind of gathered up on that side. And what we're going to do is we do have to mine. So we're going to grab our mine on this side. Hopefully one of those spawns here in a moment. Got our chest up, so let's go ahead and grab that. And then we can begin the process of just popping the boss. It's pretty easy, honestly, but you just got to remember to really use that execute. And yeah, you'll beat him. Awesome, we got our first golden mini, which is the Golden Core Hounds. Looks amazing. And yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next bosses. Awesome, guys. So next we are facing the twins. Now, it's very simple. This is your very bog standard Meave deck, okay? So obviously you're going to be running Remorseless. You're going to be running Worgen with Premeditation. You're going to be running your Safe Pilot with Coming in Hot. You can also use Gnomish Cloaking Device, but Coming in Hot is preferred. Obviously, we have our Whelp Eggs with Flame Burst. We have our Griffin Rider with Mighty Throw. If you're playing with a partner, you don't really need the Sappers. You can replace them with something like the Bandits, but we're going to be playing with randoms. So if you're going to be playing with randoms, you got to have the Sappers because the towers are extremely important. And then we have our Dark Iron Miner with Fury. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this encounter. Awesome, guys. So here we are. This is actually a very difficult encounter if you do not know what you're doing, but luckily you have me here to help you. So we have Sylvanas, and of course we have me, Meave. So step one, guys, what we really need to focus on is grabbing that tower. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Boom, we have the tower. Next thing we need to do is we need to get rid of these two guys right here, which he did with the Banshees. Super good. So everything's looking so far so good. So let's go ahead and do stuff on our end where we can at least do our end of the deal and grab the tower here. So not sure what he's doing here, but we have to get rid of this guy ASAP. He is extremely difficult because he's basically going to destroy our tower right now if we don't kill him. And we didn't. Okay, so tower's been popped. It does deal damage to your core. So you guys got to be, kind of vigilant of that. So, yeah, hopefully we can start popping threats before they happen, but I don't have too much faith in the situation right now. Okay, let's do 1. Let's do 2. Let's do 3. And that's literally kind of how we have to play it. Okay, so far, so good. I have a feeling that the Holmes is about to spawn here in a couple seconds, so let's kind of just be a little bit vigilant about that. Yep, so to do something. There we go. Okay, cool. Play Meave. Doing pretty decently. Okay, so let's kind of chillax for a moment, recalibrate. He needs to play Sylvanas or something. Yep, there we go. Sylvanas has been played. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin our little assault here. So boom. Gotta go. He's gotta go. Barely, dude. We're barely getting this guy out. So far, so good, actually. So far, so good. I'm pretty happy. So, yeah, you want to avoid the blue boss initially. Like I said, just kind of avoid him. And then these guys all attack those dudes. Now, it's going to get really hard here in a second. So, let's not get too carried away. Okay, let's see what we got. Yep. He's dead. Okay, now we gotta go. We gotta start moving. We gotta move in. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Go down the middle here. And let's go ahead and start in on the blue boss. And you gotta go relatively quickly. Or else the blue boss is gonna cause you problems. So we're looking good, but don't discount things yet. Let's assess the situation. Get some flying minis out. That's what we wanted. Okay, so yeah, like I said, so now you begin your assault. Okay, like don't really worry too much about the towers. You know, obviously you want to grab the towers so bad things don't happen, but we are kind of beginning the assault process. So he's going to keep popping stuff. We have to keep dropping stuff. So that's kind of the key here. Gotta really just start hitting them. Gotta really hit this guy, dude, because our tower is about to get popped. So I think we have it, but just give me one more. Boom, look at that, guys. Look at that awesome victory. Awesome, guys. So we're going to be talking about the guard deck. It's very simple, but it's actually, this is a very, very difficult encounter. So we're going to be running Sneed. We're actually going to be running Mine is Money, friend. That's actually what we need for this particular deck, because land grab is good, but you're not going to be triggering it as much. So we're going to need Mine is Money. You're going to need the Frostwolf Shaman. This is probably the most important unit because you need the Earthwall Totem to heal your base. I have Witch Doctor with Amplified Curse. This is going to shield our units. Molten Giant really is going to be a good push unit. Then, of course, we have our Org Mage. So this is going to be used to slow down the rock dudes. And then, of course, we have our Meat Wagon with Flay Trebuchet. And then we have our Priestess with... So for this particular build, we actually... Yeah, this is good. Power Ward Shield is good. Theoretically, you could run Renew, but I think Power Ward Shield is the best for this particular build. So let's go ahead and show you how this encounter works. Okay? Awesome, guys. So this encounter is pretty difficult, actually. So you really got to play it correctly here. So we have Sneed, and then we have Dracasath. So what you really need to focus on is grabbing these two towers as quickly as humanly possible. And This is not going to be easy. This is not an easy task. So let's really begin to develop a plan here. It's kind of what we need to do. I'm going to wait a couple moments. That's going to get triggered by that. Okay, so he's rolling up, trying to help us out a little bit, so that's good. Voodoo pops up. And then now what we can do is we can kind of begin our strategy here of healing the homeboy and kind of moving forward. So I gotta get one of these guys out. Oh, oops, oh, that was bad. Okay. Okay, and then the next thing we do, we gotta grab Sneed. So we got Sneed going. Sneed before greed triggers, but we have to get stuff going before these guys go crazy, right? That's kind of the plan here. So let me go ahead. Yep, they're already going crazy. That's what's so crazy about it. Okay, so we are doing some pretty serious pushing, but gotta focus up. Let's start placing units a little bit better. So we'll do this for that, and we'll kind of start pushing a little bit harder. So Frostwolves are on deck. Okay, so we're looking good. We're getting a pretty good push, so let's continue with that momentum. Dracasath is doing his thing, so we're looking good. Don't neglect the mines. Looking good. Okay, so it's kind of crazy, so I'm going to go ahead and support them over here with some heals. So this is what you want to do. Like we're in a good spot. We don't need to spend too much. You know, we want to be conservative a little bit with our gold. So that happened just as we needed it to. Sneed's gonna go that way. We're gonna go this way. And now we're able to hopefully grab the tower before crazy stuff happens. So yeah, it's like this is exactly what we needed. So then we're going to go ahead and play the Frosty to heal the tower. Be careful, you know. Okay, good. So things are looking good. Our goal is to try to make them look a little bit better. That's why Dracasath is incredibly good for this map. But, really, like, you want to get a legion of these dudes going, of the ogres. So let's go ahead and get some background, some of the back line going. Awesome sauce. So we gotta make sure our guys are healed, and we're kind of at that last piece. So let's go ahead and grab the Frostwolf. It's like hopefully we can get a little bit of the heals off. We're in that final, like I said, that final stage. We're pushing. So now we got to really get serious over here as well and support Dracasath and his campaign. Because, like, I mean, it looks like we're doing okay over here. Like, I think we're doing okay. So, got to make sure Dracasath is cool. He's looking good. We're really pushing hard. Got to heal. We're going to heal our base. And so now we're kind of where we need to be. And we're just going to go hog wild. Like, that's just kind of like, just put everything you got out. And hopefully, if you do everything correctly, you will be able to win this encounter. They're not just going to give it to you, though. That's the key. Like, you have to actually earn this. All right, so support the back line. We're gonna have to get out another Frostwolf like ASAP, because I don't know how long we're gonna be able to stall. So looks like we're doing okay, but you never want to neglect the base. I think that's the key here. So I mean, it looks like we got it, guys, but let's just make double sure. Oh, wow, this is tough. This is tough, guys. Come on. Like, pop something. Flay Trebuchet, grab something. Okay, good. Whew. Awesome. That was an epic encounter, guys. Awesome. And look at what we got here. We got the Golden Flame Walker, guys. Epic. Awesome, guys. So for this next encounter for Baron, we're going to be using Sylvanas. And we're not going to play Sylvanas at all because number one, she costs too much, but it just doesn't work for this encounter. You can't really use the you really can't use the meat wagons like you normally do. It's just not really that great. So what we have here, very similar deck that we've been using, just a little couple tweaks. So number one, we're gonna do Forsaken Fury. So this is for Sylvanas. Then we're gonna do Gargoyle with our Wing Buffet. We're going to have the Dire Battlings with Guano Happens. Banshee, of course, with Will of the Necropolis. We're going to need the Dark Iron Miner. We're actually going to go with Goldmine. And then we're going to have our Polymorph with that one. And then we need to have the Execute with Bloodthirsty. And so this is for, really buffing the Gargoyle, but also, obviously getting rid of stuff that needs to be had. So let's go ahead and show you guys how this encounter works. It's pretty fun, but not super difficult, but, we still need to pay attention. So this is a relatively easy fight, but there are a couple things that we got to keep in mind. So number one, obviously we have Sylvanas and Sylvanas going. That's pretty snazzy, but we do have to keep some things in mind. So number one, you're going to have to deal with this Molten Giant over here. And obviously, it's pretty easy to do so long as you kind of follow some basic things here. So, yeah, so they're going to deal with that. We're going to deal with the Molten Giant. So here's how we deal with the Molten. We just grab him. They're distracted. Hopefully the Drake gets distracted enough to where they can... Nope, they're not popping the Drake. So that's not happening. At this point... we're going to have to do a Wombo combo. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. So we get the gold, and then we get that. So we're looking good. Okay, he's got his Sylvanas. I'm going to... Yeah, we just lost all those Drakes. Okay. Or not all the Drakes, but all the... Yeah, those dudes. So hopefully... It's like... Oh, man, dude. Like, just grab something. Okay. But not a big deal. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're looking good. Okay, looking good. It's like, dude, when they play it, he played it too quickly, but I'm getting a little jumpy with the, I'm getting a little jumpy, so that's not good. It's like, grab him. Okay, good. Cool. And then hopefully we can grab both those at the same time. Swizz, we're looking pretty good. Could be better, but I think all things considered, I think we're in a pretty solid spot right now. We got the Guano going. Unfortunately, we're going to have to polymorph these guys right now. Oh, goodness, dude, yeah. Like, okay, good. So, I mean, you see how powerful polymorph is if timed properly. So, let's do 1, 2. Let's get the Guano going. Okay, so Sylvanas is going to come in handy, so let's just go ahead and chillax for a moment until we got to play Sylvanas. Cool. She's looking pretty good. The question is, will this guy play his Sylvanas? Like, I don't know anymore. I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, she's okay. There we go. Okay, all right. Let's go. All right. Nice. Looks like we're gonna go for a run for the boss. So at this point, it's a Hail Mary, and it looks like we got it. So there you have it, guys. So the deck we're going to be using for Golemagg is Jaina, and you want to have Jaina with Clear Casting. You want to have your Blizzard with Cold Snap. You want to have the Griffin Rider with Mighty Throw. You definitely need Earth and Moon with Moon Fury. You're going to need your Defias Bandits. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do Deadly Poison. Actually, let's do Last Resort, actually. And then we're going to do Bone Shield with the Ghoul. And then you're going to need Skeleton Party with Ritual of Rhyme. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I'll show you how this deck works. So when dealing with Golemagg, we really got to look at several things, especially on Heroic. Number one is those Earth/Rock Elementals. And, double Jaina can work, but you don't want to go too hasty with the boss because he's going to keep spawning things on you. So the stall technique right here is good, and then we want to get, we want to kind of just chillax for a moment. And really the main two units you're worried about, like I said, are the Earth Elementals and the Pyromancers. Those are the two bad ones that you really don't want to see, like they take them out, and you're looking pretty snazzy. So let's go ahead and looking good. We're gonna go ahead and start mining, get our defenses going. That's what we want. Really got to defend this area, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to kind of put in a relentless assault on the boss. So that was a pretty good play, but we have Pyromancer rolling up. She's got to go. Solid. Okay, so that's why we got the dudes. We want to keep the Pyromancers, like I said, away from your base. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's going to help you during the encounter. Because the more of these guys you can get out, once again, they're literally only for the Rock Elementals. Like, you don't got to worry about anything else other than your Rock Elementals. So, and then, okay, so we got the Pyromancer rolling up. We got to get rid of it. Because these guys can stall out. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do. But once those Pyromancers start hitting your base, it's going to splash and kill all of your dudes. If that makes any sense. So just be vigilant. Okay, I think we're looking A-okay. Yep. Actually, I'm going to put him as far back as possible. How far can we put these guys back? Maybe right here. And then might just need to get rid of that. Like, don't even think about letting her get towards your base. Yeah, gotta protect your homies. So this is the tricky part, right? Yeah, it's the Pyromancer that's gonna kill us. It's not the little rock dude. It's the Pyromancer. Okay, our defenses look about as good as they're going to get. So let's... Okay, we got Pyro on deck, so we know how to deal with that. Yeah, see how like she immediately messes your life up, right? So one of us should be trying to pop the boss while other of us are dealing with the pyromancers, but you know, we're dealing with random, so not a terribly big deal, but you know, it does make life a little bit trickier. It's like, bro, we gotta get rid of these pyros. Okay, I'm comfortable. Okay, no, he's triggering. So he's just going after the boss, and then we're having to defend. Okay, that's fine. That's a good dynamic. So watch this. We stall. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I'll defend the base. Like, we've kind of established that relationship, so... Pyro's gone. Any other pyros? Any other pyros? I had to pop the pyro. Okay, so... It's getting a little scary. We gotta redo our defenses. So, yeah, like, literally if he gets one hit off, it's like... the game's over. So... Okay, what are we working with? Okay, he's got the pyro. I gotta get rid of this pyro. Okay, now we gotta Hail Mary the boss. This is tough, guys. I'm sorry I'm not talking. I'm just like really trying to focus. I mean, anything, dude. Can we do anything? Like, whew! Look at that, guys. Look at that. Heroic. We're gonna claim our rewards here. Boom! Look at that. We got the golden molten giant. That thing looks sick, bro. And now on to Ragnaros. So we finally made it to the final boss, Ragnaros. Or Ragnaros, obviously, the, you know, it's heroic Ragnaros. So you're gonna need the Lich King and Dracasath. You can also do what's his face, Malfurion. But I like the Lich King, and here's why. Okay, number one, he hits hard, you know, and he can kind of grab those Flame Walkers and things like that. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get into the deck. So you're gonna need Death Grip on Arthas. You're gonna need the Plague Farmer with Splashing Pumpkins. You're gonna need the Defias Bandits with Picklock. You're going to need Execute with Bloodthirsty. You're going to need Whelp Eggs with Flame Burst. You're going to need Dark Iron Miner. Ideally Fury. You could also do Goldmine, but I like Fury. And then you're going to need you have to have Ancient of War with Lightning Rod. So let's go ahead and get into this final fight, guys. Awesome, guys. So we are here at the final fight of the Molten Core Heroic. Obviously, it is going to be Ragnaros, and we are playing double Arthas. So this is an extremely difficult fight, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So the number one thing that you have to do, as quickly as humanly possible get rid of these dudes. Okay, because every second that you waste is not good, right? So, yes, we're doing all the right stuff. I don't know why he's playing his Arthas over there, but okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and play our Arthas here. So let's go and do that. So hopefully this can get rid of this dude right here. That's my hope. So let's see. 1, 2. Oh, nope. That's, yeah, because that's right. They do that thing. Okay. Not a big deal, but we got a mine. So, yeah, they're doing their thing. He's doing his thing. They obviously need help. So, yeah, that's not what we wanted. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Okay. All right. I mean, we got one hit in, but it's like, let's go. We got to get Arthas out. If we can kill this dude below 40 seconds, we're in good shape. Or not 40 seconds, 4 minutes. So that's one down. Okay, now we're going to say stop, and we're all going this way. Ragnaros is going to spawn. He's going to mess us all up. Plop out an Ancient of War. And, yep. Everything's looking good. I'm going to do that. You gotta go quick. Like, we don't have time. We don't have time. Let's put out another one of these guys just in case. I don't know why he's putting Arthas over there, but okay. We don't have time, guys. We gotta go. So he's about to pop. So we're going to have our dude steady, at the ready. Yep. All right, let's see. This requires immense focus, guys, so they're doing their thing, looking good. Priority is Ancient of War. Like, I'm sorry, that's just the priority right now. Getting him going. Okay, Ragnaros is back. Our Death Ball is back. And we need to do that. That's what we need to do. So we're doing okay. But we are also out of time. Ancient of War looks good. Okay, so we have to move. And we got to move hard. I played him way too soon. I'm messing up now. Okay. Just spell the dude. Like dude, you gotta keep going. Like, this is the final push. Okay, literally ignore everybody else. That's what we got to do. Ignore everybody else. Focus on Ragnaros. Focus on Ragnaros. Let's go, baby! Let's go! And there you guys have it. Heroic Ragnaros is dead. Awesome, guys. So we did it. Golden Ragnaros is here. And I want to say thank you guys all for watching this video. I want to give a shout out to Bolova and Old Guardian for clearing this before me. They, a lot of the decks are obviously inspired by stuff that they've done. Really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys, and we will see you in the next video.